There's one thing I miss quite a lot about going live to the football match. And that's one of these. A football programme. There's nothing quite like going up to the turnstile and just having this programme in your hand with a scarf and a beer in the ground waiting for you with your mates. So I'm going to bring that content to you, and welcome to Head to Head. This is the show where you find out random stats that you do not need to know before a certain match. And all in all, this is just a bit of a nice chat. And also, we've just hit 500 subscribers as I'm recording this, so that is insane. Let's try hit 600 as soon as we can. Anyway, let's get into the video. So Liverpool take on Brighton later today in what is a massive game for both sides. Brighton looking to get away from the relegation zone with Sheffield United back in form. I mean, they're probably the team that's most likely to get out of it now, and who would have thought that a few weeks ago? However, they have only picked up 4 wins all season in the last one. Their first home win in 2021. Their last 3 home wins, coincidentally, have come in 3 different years. So that means that their only defeat of 2021 so far has come away at the Etihad, meaning that Graham Potter's men are making somewhat of a development, because there's some sort of overwhelming feeling that they do not deserve to be where they are. Their XG underperformance is the most in the league, meaning they should have scored 7.56 goals more than they have at the moment. So now we're going to go into the history of the fixture, and we're going to talk about 5 double agents that you might not know have played for both Liverpool and Brighton. Number 1, Mark Lawrenson. Now, do you remember Mark Lawrenson, part of the greatest centre-back duo probably in Liverpool's history, in Lawrenson and Hansen? But he was signed after a really impressive game for Brighton where they drew 0-0 at Anfield in 1981. Liverpool smashed the transfer record just months later of £900,000, and that is a massive fee back in the day to sign Lawrenson. He would go on to play 356 times for the Reds. Part of that transfer, a £450,000 makeweight, was Jimmy Case, a man I was fortunate enough to meet in 2019. He was a key player in Liverpool's first 2 European Cup wins. He then became an icon at both Brighton and Southampton on the south coast. The final one in sort of back in the day is Michael Robinson, who is unfortunately no longer with us. He only played 30 league games for the Reds, scoring 6 goals, and he was much more fondly remembered for the club we signed him from, which was Brighton and Hove Albion. He went on to have a good career in Spain, both playing and broadcasting, and he sadly passed away in April 2020. Now, on to 2 more modern ones. João Carlos Teixeira, yes, do you remember him? That young Coutinho light that we had in the mid-2010s. He had an excellent loan spell with Brighton in 2014-15, prompting Jurgen Klopp to feature him in some cup matches and even some league matches. I personally was a massive fan of Teixeira and was quite angry when he left, but he was always a little bit too lightweight. And finally, who can leave him out? Liverpool legend, in my opinion, and unfortunately injury-prone, Mr. Adam Lallana. 178 games for the Reds, part of the Champions League and Premier League winning team. Maybe not as much of a part as that as he was of the actual getting there, as it was a massive part of the build from mid-table to Premier League winners. So what happened last time out at Anfield? Liverpool won by 2-1 in November 2019. 2 goals from Virgil van Dijk and 2 assists from Trent Alexander-Arnold gave Liverpool a 2-0 lead before the half-time. Getting towards the end though, Alisson decided to handle outside this box. Adrian came on, as he does, and was unfortunately scored past by Lewis Dunk. Liverpool would hold on for the win though, and would stay top of the Premier League. Let's have a look at the stats. The Reds have won 19 of the 32 all-time matches played between the 2 sides, and won 6 out of 7 against them in the Premier League. Mo Salah has enjoyed his time against Brighton so far. Well, he has against most teams, to be honest. The only person to have scored more goals for Liverpool against Brighton is Sir Kenny Dalglish. If Salah bags a brace later on, he will get past him. And more recently for the opponents, Brighton, despite their league position, have very, very good ball retention and possession stats. They have the second highest percentage of possession in the bottom half behind Leeds United. They have the second highest behind Leeds once again in shots per game. Let's have a chat about Graham Potter, the manager profile. Heralded as one of the most innovative coaches in the Premier League, Graham Potter has taken an unconventional route to reach the top. He made his name with Swedish minnows Östersunds, whom he took from the 4th division of Swedish football to winning at the Emirates Stadium in the Europa League. His style and guile saw the minnows win the Swedish Cup. He joined Swansea in 2018, finishing 10th in his only season there, but impressing with a limited budget and helping young players come through such as Daniel James. Brighton hired him as a complete culture change to the man who brought them up, Chris Stoandge, and so far I would say it's been moderately successful. Despite the lack of results, you can clearly see there's an identity and philosophy to Brighton, and they're always dangerous. So it's time for my prediction now, and let me know your predictions in the comments section. I'm going to go back at Anfield The Reds have a point to prove. You know, last time out we lost to Burnley, so I'm going to go for a 3-1 win. I'm going to say 2 goals for Mohamed Salah and 1 for Roberto Firmino, and a man of the match performance containing everyone once again, Jordan Brian Henderson. Thank you very much for watching this, ladies and gents. I do hope you enjoy it. If you did, please subscribe to the LFC Transfer Room YouTube channel. It would be really, really appreciated, and we all love you to bits if you do that, because you know what? It helps us out. And I'm sure we'll see you later on for some post-match reaction. We'll see you in a bit.